CBS Sports Race Summary is sponsored by Budweiser, the official beer of NASCAR. Hey, race fans, this Bud's for you.
After 43 laps, just 2 leaders in this race. 1 lead change, average speed 158.5 miles per hour. 1 caution for 4 laps. 7 cars off the track, out of the race. 4 cars crashing out. Dallenbach with electrical trouble. Benning and Gibson handling problems. 6 laps to go. Labonte's Pontiac is the leader. Schrader's Chevrolet, number 33. Gordon's Chevy, number 24. Sterling Marlin's Chevy, number 40. And then the Fords, 99 Burton and 6 Mark Martin. Ray Evernham.
He looks worried. He don't look worried a bit. They know they have a great race car. They're going to start on the pole. They've learned a lot about race setup through this race. I think the sleeper right now in second place, I think Kenny Schrader may have something for him when it comes right down to the end here.
Schrader picked up the nickname The Bear after a symbol of a former sponsor of his, and he may be about to come out of hibernation here with 5 laps to go to try and pick up his 3rd victory in this event. Here is Darrell Waltrip, 18th place. That will not get him into the Daytona 500. We won't know until after the 2nd qualifying race whether or not Waltrip has made the show for Sunday.
Right. The only possible chance he has at this point would be to get in on the past champions provisional, and that'll depend on what happens with Bill Elliott.
Well, last year in the Daytona 500, Dale Earnhardt held off all comers in the closing laps. Buddy, Bobby Labonte, is he in the place to be, or is he a sitting duck?
Well, it depends on what happens behind him. If the race breaks out for second place, all of a sudden he's out there by himself. He'll have an advantage by being in the lead. If they work together and try to get by him, he might be a sitting duck.
4 laps to go. Johnny Benson has come to pit road. May see his chances of making the 500 going away. Missed the show last year. Did run in the 500 in 1997 after winning the Grand National Championship.
I don't think his speed would get him in, but the possibility of the points, his car owner finished 22nd in last year's point standing, so that could be a possibility.
So, Ned, what I'm hearing is if Schrader and Gordon go together, they could beat Bobby Labonte, but either one by himself might not be able to?
I would say that would be very difficult for either one of them by themselves to pass him.
Mike, Jeff Gordon just dropped back just a little bit. I think he's going to try to make a run on these guys. He went back about 10 cars out, closed up, and now he's making a run for second place as we speak.
Underneath Ken Schrader going to turn 1. That's Gordon on the inside, and that's where leader Bobby Labonte is. So Schrader is now fronting the outside line, and by the laws of the draft and aerodynamics, is going to move a bit backwards.
You can see this isn't just a walk in the park. Jeff Gordon's arm moving back and forth, fighting for control as he goes through the corner. Now you see that as they come off of turn 4 there, you can see back in the pack here, 3 wide as they come off turn 4.
And look at the gap in front of those cars that continues to open up as long as they stay 3 abreast.
One thing that could help Bobby Labonte is we see that 3 wide continue through there. I'm not sure how smart that is because they're in the Daytona 500 and they don't need to be taking chances, but they want to finish as far up as they can. I started to say one thing that might help Bobby Labonte, they're coming up on the lap car that might give him a little bit of toe. No, that's not going to help at all. As they come off to turn 2, he goes right by the lap car.
That's Johnny Benson just running too slow to be of any help to Bobby Labonte. A lap, 2.5 to go.
Boy, do we know where to put a camera or what? You're riding with the second place cars. They fight along there. Kenny Schrader and Jeff Gordon may have enough momentum. If they really hook tight, drop back just a little bit and get momentum. As you see, he looks to the outside. Now the inside, back under there as they come into the trioval.
1 lap to go.
This is it. Bobby Labonte will be driving with his rear view mirror as much as anything else because he wants to go wherever he thinks Gordon's going to go.
Ned, you're exactly right. You see Gordon dropping back just a little bit there, trying to get that toe from the 33 car there in the draft. He's going to try to make his move going down in turn 3, but he's not quite going to be able to make it. Bobby goes to the bottom of the racetrack.
Schrader now has Jeff Burton on the inside, trying to shove one of those Fords up into the top 5 for Jack Rouse. So Schrader's got to fight the high side They are 2 by 2 for third place, and Gordon is 2 car lengths back of Bobby Labonte off the final corner.
He'll never catch it.
1,200 feet, 500 feet to the finish line. For the first time since 1981, a Pontiac wins the Gatorade 125. Bobby Labonte has done it. Rookie Stanton Barrett has caught the whip of a draft, but he's not going to be able to overhaul Ricky Rudd before the finish line. Rudd will earn the final transfer spot. And we'll catch up with Bobby Labonte in victory lane right after this. Get all the news of NASCAR from Daytona at cbs.sportsline.com or log on to America Online and go to keyword CBS Sportsline. Bobby Labonte has won the first Gatorade 125. His Pontiac beating Jeff Gordon's Chevy and Jeff Burton's Ford. Kenny Schrader and Mark Martin, the top 5. Jimmy Spencer, Michael Waldrop, Robert Presley, Sterling Marlin, Terry Labonte, the top 10. Rick Mass, Steve Park, Jerry Nadeau, Ted Musgrave, and Ricky Rudd all raced their way into the Daytona 500 field. Darrell Waltrip, Mike Wallace, Bill Elliott, and the rest of these drivers will have to hope their qualifying speed is fast enough or their 1998 point standings are high enough to get them into the 500. Let's go to victory lane and Ken Squire.
The pride of Corpus Christi, Texas, wins his first 125-mile qualifier. And here is Bobby Labonte about to come out of the Joe Gibbs number 18 to a great accolade from this audience here at Daytona. Bobby, what a lot of muscle this thing has.
Well, I tell you what, these guys did a great job. The motor room, we put a new engine in last night or this morning, and the guys did, and they did a great job. We made a little call on the other one that wasn't quite as good, and this one here is pretty strong. So,
looks like you're ready to win the Great American Race.
Well, I don't know if I'm ready. I ain't been trying very long, but you know, I'd like to say that I've got some good opportunities with a great bunch of guys, and you know, if we can keep it going for years to come, you know, I might not get mine this year, but I'm gonna keep trying every year I can. I can tell you that.
Bobby Labonte wins the first of the 125-mile qualifiers.
Coming up next, rookie pole sitter Tony Stewart battles defending champ Dale Earnhardt in race 2.